and welcome to my channel. I'm Tessa, and today we have a full leg day workout. We're working the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, everything, and you're really going to walk away from this workout being like, yes, I did it. I did it. Because today is all about strengthening. Usually those feel a little bit more attainable, right? And so you will want some free weight dumbbells. I'll be walking you through what I'm using, but I think I might be using my 10s and my 15s just to give you a heads up, but make sure you pick a weight that's right for you where you are today. And then we have, let me tell you what we have. We have 2 different circuits that we'll be moving through. We have 1 minute each. Again, take your time, focus on that form, building that strength. And then 2 rounds. And then we'll move everything onto the floor, 30 seconds each, kind of doing some glute work there. All right, so you're gonna love it. And that's gonna be like a little no repeat as well. I think that's all you need to know. I do not have any music here. If you want a playlist, go ahead and get that set before you get started. I'll link something below just to kind of give you a suggestion there. And yeah, grab your weights. That's all you need to know. And let's start today with a really quick warm up. All right, so let's get this body moving, starting with a little bit of booty kicks, knee pointed down to the ground, kicking that heel to the glute. Starting to really connect with that breath, thinking through this workout with that mind body. So I say squat, but also think like, where am I sending that energy to? What am I connecting to? What am I working? And kind of really connecting to your body as you are moving. Bring those knees forward, a little bit of a march here, and then sweep that knee across and open. Juicing up those hips. We will be using those today. And then walk your feet out nice and wide, toes forward, and then reach side to side. Sitting back into that glute, so think about hinging those hips back. Hinge, and then go ahead and bring those feet together, and I want you to reach it down for a forward fold, and then bring it on up. So we're just kind of stretching and bring it up. And then give me a little twist, side to side. And then open and close. Yes, this is a lower body day, but those arms are still involved holding these weights. All right, so go ahead and grab your weights. We're gonna start with a basic squat. I want your toes forward, shoulders are back. Abs are pulling in, zipping on up. We're gonna sit back into our heels and then bring it on up. So nice slow release and then a nice even lift all the way up. Now again, you have 1 minute to complete this movement, so don't worry about rushing through it. That's enough time to fit in a good amount of reps. Tucking in those hips, so no arching, no swaying that back, but give me a little bit of a hip tuck. Connecting you to your core, those quads and those glutes. Almost through. Give me 1 more. And then go ahead and step to the top of your mat. We're going to step back into a lunge, bring it up and balance. Weights are just right there by your side, weighing you down. I want even weight distributed throughout that front foot. Keeping those hips squared off, facing forward, and feeling that nice stretch in your hip. Last one. And then go ahead and switch legs. That one's burning already. Even weight throughout that front foot, stepping as far back as you can. Focusing on that balance, moving at a nice, steady pace. If you're feeling really wobbly, slow it down. Take your time. Almost through. Give me one more, and then I'm actually gonna move up in my weights. I'm gonna grab my 15s, and we're gonna move into a deadlift, remaining deadlift. Hands on front, feet are hip width apart, hinging it back, and then bringing it on forward. Bringing the hips forward. So you wanna hinge your hips back, hinge your hips forward, keeping that hip tuck. We don't want to sway, a big sway arch back. Really feeling that stretch as those hips hinge into your hamstring. Keeping those weights nice and close to your legs. And time. Whew, that feels nice. All right, those are the 3 movements, 4 minutes. You have 1 minute on each side for those lunges. How you feeling? Whew, that was already, my heart rate is high, which I did not expect. Okay, I'm actually gonna use my 15s for my squats now that I feel a little warm. But yeah, about that hip tuck. I do see this a lot where people want to arch their lower back as they're squatting, which is not like bad. But what it does is it eliminates that inner abdominal wall that is actually working when we tuck our hips. We're really, really working that transverse abdominal, which is most of us want to target. So go ahead and grab your weights now, and we'll start back with that squat. Feet are shoulder width apart. And squat it down and bring it on up. No need to hyperextend anything. Keep your knees bent at the top. Core pulling in, zipping on up. Shoulders stay back. I don't like squats. I don't like them. Never have. I don't know that I ever will. Except when I pee in public and I'm squatting over a toilet, I'm like, I'm really glad that I practiced my squats. It definitely has gotten easier over the years. Whew. So now you know. Okay, go ahead and set those down. I've got my 10s for my lunges. Stepping straight back and up to that balance. Even weight distributed throughout that front foot. Make sure that you have weight in that back foot as you step back. We do want to feel this lunge not only in our glute, but also into our quadricep, which is that front thigh area. Ooh. It's burning. And switch legs. Ooh. Core is nice and tight. Whew. If you're getting wobbly, that's a good sign that those muscles are working, being pushed to their fullest capacity. So slow it down if you need to. And drop those weights. I'm going to grab a heavier weight for my hamstrings. Here we go. Knees stay bent. Hinge those hips back and then bring them on up. And go ahead and bring those weights on down. Beautiful. Round one is done. Go ahead and stretch out those legs just a little bit. Create some space for those muscles to recover. All right, so we have a very similar next circuit. Changing it up a little bit. We have a wider stance squat. So we're still hitting the quads, the glutes, but now we're working a little bit more inner thigh. And so we're gonna have a heavier weight. I'm gonna go for my 15s, but 10s would be great as well. Our toes are turned out slightly. We're actually gonna have that weight in between our legs, and we're going to bring it up and then bring it down and then bring it up, but not all the way up. So keep that bend inside of in your knees. Get ready. So toes are turned out just slightly. We're going to squat it down and then bring it up. Down, up, keeping that bend. Keeping that hip tucking under. Try to keep those shoulders down and back, especially if you're having a heavier weight. Oh boy. I am feeling it, and I hope you are too. Almost through. And bring it on down. I'm gonna go for my lighter weight. This time our lunge is going to be a curtsy lunge. So bring it back and then up to a balance. Curtsies are sort of hard to nail down, so make sure, I always like to talk through that form. Even weight in that front foot. We want to put that foot to meet the outside hip. We want that knee to go through that hole right here. And we want that front knee to stay in line with that toe. We want this hip that's going back to stay pushing forward. We don't want to open up that hip at all. So if you're doing this, you're probably stepping a little too far. And your glute should feel it. 3, 2, 1, switch it out. Here we go. It hurts because it's supposed to. If you're like, but it burns, I don't want to do anymore, then yeah, that's what it is. That's what exercise is. Yeah, it's getting uncomfortable. We don't like to be uncomfortable. That's okay. You don't have to like it. No one really does. Whew, I'm losing it. One more test. Here we go. All right, bring it down to the ground. Option is you can bring a weight to place on top of your hips. Optional, you don't have to. But let's start right here with a glute bridge. I want all of your weight in your heels. So lifting those toes up off the floor, activating a little bit more of those hamstrings while we are lifting with that glute. And then every time you lower and lift, you're squeezing. Squeeze that glute at the top. And then lift those heels up off the floor, toes only, heels off, putting a little bit more pressure into the quadricep. You should be feeling it, weight or not, holy glutes. And bring it on down. Oh my gosh. Take your break. This is hard. I'm tired. And this weather is not helping me. Sun, where are you? We haven't seen sun in like 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. All right. Grab some water if you need it. Towel off if you need it. We're gonna do all those 3 movements one more time. Starting with that wide stance squat. So I'm gonna stick with my 15s. This feels like a really nice challenge. Toes are slightly turned out, not all the way, just slightly, yeah? Hands in between, turn to the side, here we go. We're gonna bring it down and then up, keeping those knees bent the whole time. And then I wanna add a little bit of fun here at the end. We're gonna add a little bounce, just to, just to top us off here with some endurance, a little endurance game. Here we go. We're about to do this in 5, 4, last 20 seconds. We're gonna bring it down and we're just gonna give it a little bit more of a bounce. So we're not actually coming up all the way. You have 10, you can do it. 9, 8, 7, 6, whoo, it's burning. 3, yikes, 2, and up 1. I'm sorry. Go ahead and bring it back to that curtsy lunge. That was not fun. Bring it down and up to that balance. Core is squeezing, belly button pulling in and up. Weight evenly distributed throughout that front foot, sitting into that glute. If you're not feeling in the glute, check your form. Get in front of a mirror, you can pause it and spend some time. Usually we don't give ourselves time to learn, right? So if you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it, it's okay. It's kind of a weird one, but so good once you figure it out. The benefits are so good. 3, 2, shake it out. Other side. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. My heart rate. It's high today. All right, I gotta be honest. So today is like the first day of my week. I had the last couple of days off, and today was like such a struggle. Like, went to bed being like, no, I don't want tomorrow to start. Had a case of the scaries. Whew. And now I'm here. And yes, this is terrible, but I'm actually kind of glad right now. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. So, onto your back. Here we go. I want to start with our weight in our toes, heels off of the ground. Weight in our toes, heels off. Lower lift and squeeze. And I feel like this has just been kind of a popular conversation socially about like, how do you stay motivated? And, you know, how do you stay committed? And like, man, motivation comes and goes. Like there's no trick to stay motivated. Like there's no switch into your heels, toes up. There's no like trick, you know? It's really just leaning on why you want to show up, why you want to stay committed to whatever your goals are. And so I had this scheduled today and I was like, I've got to do it. I've got to stay committed, which kind of like forces you to show up. Yeah. All right. Oh, the hard lifting is over. We're going to switch into some floor work on the floor. So bring it on, stay down. I'm going to switch my timer. We've got 30 seconds now. 30 seconds each movement. This is a no repeat situation, so bear with me. All right. Bring it onto your hands and your knees. All right, so we're gonna start with our spine is neutral, so no, don't arch your back or anything like that. We're gonna have even weight throughout our palms. We're gonna open up for a hydrant. So 30 seconds, hydrant on each side. Get ready, and let's do it. And it might feel kind of light, which is okay for some of us. If it's feeling challenging, perfect. That's what we are here for. When that buzzer rings, we're going to switch to the other side and switch. Still keep that even weight throughout your palms. Shoulders are down. Spine is neutral. Neck is neutral. Try not to hang your neck at all. Both hips should be burning. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. We're going to lift, draw a circle with that knee. So we're lifting, rotate, and down. Hydrant circles. I love these. Spine is neutral. Focusing on those glutes. So those abductors into that lower glute. Whoo! Deep into that hip and switch. Out and up. Drawing that circle with that knee. And as that knee hits the back, I want you to lift up even higher. So try to draw a really, really, I guess it's more of like a half circle, yeah? I don't know, I didn't really think too much about that. It's burning. It's burning on the leg that's lifting, and it's burning on the leg that's on the floor. Stabilizing, holy bananas. All right, hopefully your glutes are on fire. We're gonna move this onto our elbows. We're gonna take this really quick break. Onto our elbows for an arabesque lift. We're gonna stay on the same leg, I'm sorry, but we have a leg lift with a hold. So bringing it down onto your elbows. Get ready. We have, extend that leg out straight. We're gonna lift up and then tap the floor. So tap, so lift and tap. And don't just think about, okay, I'm gonna kick the leg up there. I want you to lift and squeeze. There's a lift, squeeze, hold. In 5, we're moving this into a full hold and lift and hold it. 30 seconds, you're not gonna like this. Keeping that leg lifted, mine is already shaking. Focusing on that breath. You are almost through this 30 with 10 seconds to go. Lift it up higher, higher, higher. Whoo, and switch. Extend and lift. Who knew the hold could be so terrible? We have that second hold coming on up. Remember, we're doing everything only once. Lift and hold. Nice, deep breath. Sending all of that oxygen down into your glute. This is how you get stronger. This is that hard road that most of us try to avoid, but you're doing it, you're here, and we are done. That's done. All right, we're gonna move this onto our side. Just a few more things. Onto our side, elbow, hips, knees, all in line. Or is it feet? It's feet, sorry. Elbows, hips, feet in line. We're going to open for a clamshell bridge and lower. So open, keeping those feet glued together. Get ready. And close. We're rotating right here. Feeling that pinch in that glute. On the top leg, while that bottom is also max pinch, right? Almost there. We're doing everything one time only. We have 3, 2, 1, and bring it onto your back. Feet together, quickly. Arms by your side for a Frogger bridge. Feet together, knees out. We're really working the top glute. Right here. If you want to add a weight, you can do so at any time. And bring it back onto the other side for that side bridge clamshell, open and close. my gosh. And last time onto your back. I want you to lift those legs up. Sorry, lift the hips up, leg up. Let's lower and lift. Whoo. Keep those hips up lifted and down. Oh my gosh, let's go ahead and finish this out. Why not? Other side. That buzzer was wrong. Over and lift. Let's finish this out. Sorry about that. Lower and lift. I thought I had it right. You have 10 more seconds. And then your workout will be completed.
Activity completed.
And bring it on down. Wow. Go ahead and turn onto your side. Press it on up. And be careful as you bring your legs up to a stand. Hopefully they still work. Cool. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. That was a lot, even just 2 rounds, 3 different circuits. I highly suggest you spend the next 5-10 minutes stretching everything out before you move on with your day. I am going to link a stretch video here some point somewhere, and I hope to see you there and right here again for your next sweat. I'm Tessa, and I will see you soon. Bye.